Hello, people out there, and welcome back to a fresh new season of your favorite podcast, Seek Your Purpose. A new year, a new season, a fresh perspective of viewing life from an all new angle, and you're seeking deep, tired inspiration from even the minutest creature we are being surrounded by. Welcome back to the show. This is your host for the show, Mayank Sehra. So, if you're listening to me for the very first time and you discover the podcast just like that, then I welcome you on board, and I'm sure you'll be having an amazing time over here. So tap the follow button to follow the show on the app you're listening to never ever miss out an episode the time we upload it. And if you're a regular listener and love the content I've produced till date, then please open Apple Podcasts and Spotify, rate the show a 5-star rating, drop in your reviews, and let us grow organically by reaching out to the maximum of such purpose seekers that we have around us. So excited to hear the next episode? So am I. So let's kickstart the episode. Here we go. Nowadays, I find it tough to follow my morning routine of waking up early. While I always vouch for the idea of beginning the day at 5 a.m., I have been missing out on its implementation for a long time. It isn't challenging for me to wake up early as my mom and dad, they both are morning people because their day starts at 4:30 a.m. So for me, there shouldn't be any difficulty in waking up early, but the comfort itself every single morning asks me to sleep a bit more. And there you go. I choose to start my day at 7, getting late at everything that follows later in the day. And that extra dosage of sleep, even after 7 hours of deep sleep, is something I'm unable to digest currently. But today it was slightly different. I managed to wake up at 5:45 a.m. in the morning and discovered a sense of accomplishment within. A victory over the highly procrastinated self. The morning air was breezy with the clouds scattered across the sky in an amazing pattern. The morning seems to be a real good morning in all terms. So I freshen myself up and get set out for an outdoor walk despite it being a Sunday. So I was taking a walk down with nature along with binaural beats plugged in, and it all started drizzling. It started drizzling at an incremental rate. Fellow walkers and joggers around me, they were rushing to find a shed or something to prevent them from getting drenched, but I continued to walk at my own pace. I don't know what was it. It just couldn't stop. I kept walking. It was pouring down and there was a sense of anxiety as I was carrying my phone, my AirPods, and my car key alongside. But I kept on walking. I couldn't recall the last time when I enjoyed droplets of rain like this. I kept on and just opened my arms and embraced the cool shower of nature. I could feel each and every droplet of rain that touched me. It was magical. Nothing is impossible was the quote I recalled immediately thereafter. It was as if the nature was in my complete support to let me embrace the beauty of this morning. Else I would have been sleeping on my bed. But here I was, living and not merely dreaming. The impact was so immense that I decided to jog amid this spell and ended up covering a slow-paced 3 kilometers in a single go. So the question I would like to ask myself is, what was that feeling? Why did I feel so energetic from within? Why did I felt so lively and pumped up? What was the reason, Mayank? And here's my take on it. So it's not scientific or completely skeptical, but a general verse in my own understanding. So the mode of operation of the human body has been done in regards to the cycle of nature. That is the cycle of the sun. Our body is a constitution of 5 elements, namely water, air, sky, fire and earth, and is made up of different cells. So as these cells vibrate among each other, they produce energy, and this energy is highest in the morning hour as the sun sets up. And the senses are functioning at optimal level, and thus we feel super pumped up and charged during the early morning hours. That's why people prefer to wake up before the sun rises to experience a sense of optimal energy during their spiritual practices. That's why most of the religious practices happen in these hours, which we also call as Brahm Muhurat. And later as the day progresses, so is the energy of the sun and eventually our body. And when the sun sets in the evening hours, our energy also sets itself in the lowest form, which is well recognized by tiredness, dizziness and yawning. And thus, the cycle continues just like that. Early morning prayers, meditation, practicing, studying, walking, jogging, exercising, scripting, journaling, etc. are being advised by our elders to ensure we utilize the highest energy ourselves in the correct direction right from the early day. And this could be one of the reasons why so many change makers and history creators wake up early in the morning. For this, I would like to recommend you to read Robin Sharma's The 5 AM Club to get a much more profound idea along with the scientific approach towards this view. And this also made me realize that almost 90% of my episodes which I've created in the past on this podcast are a result of the ideas which I have encountered while taking a walk down with nature. Wow, that is so true, and so is this episode. And not just this, but also the morning energetic self sets itself so much apart that we actually start giving ourselves that much required push to see the unseen, to discover the undiscovered, to hear the unheard, and explore the unexplored creativity to date. The level of enthusiasm is at a different level altogether, and we actually start living and experiencing our future selves without any fear, without any anxiety. We experience a vision in our mind, and once we do that, we have all the power in the world to go out and make that vision a reality. And it feels as if nothing is at stake, right? We are not answerable to anyone. We don't even have to seek permission or validation from others to agree to our vision. We don't have to wait for others to give us a push to go out and explore. It's as if the universe is in tandem with us and giving us that go-ahead to make some of the biggest life-changing decisions for a brighter future. So all you need simply is a morning time with your highest energetic self. All you need is some time with yourself every single day in solitude. All you need is an activity that add fuel to this highest energetic self of yours. And in my understanding, a morning meditation, workout, or simply a walk down with nature will uplift you to a higher level and beyond. And this doesn't stop here. You'll embark on an amazing spree throughout the day in your home, with your loved ones, at your workplace, with your colleagues and clients, and with everyone else you happen to cross paths with. You just have to make a move, rest all, and everything will fall into its own place at its own pace. You need not have to worry, just feel the boundless, superbly pumped up energy and make a move. Simply, own your mornings, elevate your life, and gift yourself some brightness, lights, and divinity in its highest energetic state. Own your mornings, elevate your life. Take care. So, that's what I've got for you in today's episode. An episode which was duly created with love, hope, faith, passion, compassion, and a sense of gentle reminder to tap upon. So if you feel connected with my perspective at any point of time, then drop in your comments on the podcast app you're listening to. You can even drop me a mail at officialseekyourpurpose@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram, Facebook or LinkedIn at MAYANKSEHRA. That is Mayank Sahra. So I'll be looking forward to your messages. So hey self, happy 30s. So let's create a life which we are extremely proud of creating, living, and thus giving it back to the society in the most genuine way. Cheers. I'll see you in the next episode.